Hey, who's here?
We know you're here hiding.
Was there an animal attack? Is that... And it should turn off. Can you do that? Oh my god. Can you tap the bell one more time? Or maybe turn on that flashlight? Okay, thank you. Oh my... What the...
Imagine being trapped where the dark woods scream back at you. This intense Appalachian encounter captures the terror of a blood-curdling woman's cry echoing in the night and a massive unseen heat signature stalking hikers through the trees. If you heard that cry, would you run? Awakened Avenue is a Virginia-based camping and adventure YouTuber. On May 27, 2024, he uploaded a video showing a trip with friends along the Appalachian Trail. After hiking all day, the group began setting up camp. Everyone was tired but satisfied, expecting a quiet night in the woods. Without warning, the wind grew stronger. At first, they laughed and assumed a rough patch of mountain weather was moving through. Within minutes, the situation became serious.
Where's library? Library, come on! We just had a tree come down on top of us almost. It is whipping. Was that your tent it almost missed? Holy moly.
The wind kept increasing, and the group realized this was more than an ordinary storm. A tornado was forming nearby. Their relaxed mood quickly turned to panic. They abandoned the campsite and rushed toward the main road, hoping to reach safety before conditions worsened. Fortunately, a passing truck stopped and picked them up. The driver took the group away from the area and dropped them at a motel where they waited for the storm to pass. No one was injured, but they escaped just in time. Powerful winds can bring down trees and heavy branches before the worst part of a storm arrives. What do you think would have happened if they had stayed a few minutes longer? Madison Blagden is an experienced long-distance hiker who has explored isolated trails across the United States. On April 30th, 2025, she uploaded a video documenting one of the most frightening encounters from her return to the Appalachian Trail. The day began well. After resting indoors, Madison received a ride from a friendly man named Andre and returned to the trail feeling refreshed.
Dude, I did a ton last night, but I just didn't have it in me to do everything. I was so tired. Gotta leave the room before 7:30. I want to be back on trail by 8. I stuck my thumb out and got picked up by this guy named Andre so quickly. He was just so ridiculously nice. So he just saved me 25 minutes of walking down this road to get back to the trail. So now I'm back, baby. Great night last night. It was so amazing just getting a room and catching up on sleep. And yeah, dude, I can feel it. I feel energy is good. All of this change was exactly what I needed. So this is gonna be a magical week.
She crossed into Vermont, met another hiker named Sunflower, and later shared food and conversation with a trail angel called Iceman.
Just met Iceman, had such an amazing lunch with him. Hot dogs and coleslaw and all this stuff and potato salad. So good. It's always so nice to see him. He's just like the nicest person. Now I'm in the process of doing this big climb. It's pretty much a 10-mile climb up from that road, but it's like the steepest to start, and then like it's kind of gradual that I remember the rest of the way. So this will take me to a fire tower and shelter, and then I'll have just trying to set myself up for like a 26-mile day tomorrow so I can go into this into Manchester and have like a half day.
After leaving Iceman, Madison began a steep 10-mile climb toward a shelter. About a mile from the road, she followed a short side trail to use the privy. Near the shelter, she noticed a man wearing bright orange. At first, she assumed he was a hunter, but his behavior quickly felt wrong. He stared at her and made a strange gesture, signaling for her to approach.
So pretty much, things were just amazing. I had lunch with Iceman. I hiked in, and I thought I might stop off and see if the shelter had a privy. I could see some frame of the shelter from the trail, but it was just off trail. So I noticed that there's someone there wearing some orange, and they put their hand up, signaling something to me. My first thought is they're a hunter, like telling me that they don't want me there or to move, or that like they had like were open hand telling me to come to them. And I took my headphones out. I couldn't hear. I just wasn't expecting to see someone. I wasn't expecting any kind of interaction. I was caught off guard. And then all of a sudden they were like, hey, come here. I need to talk to you, you know, and I didn't get close. I was probably 20 or 30 feet away, enough that I could see them, give like a rough description of them.
The man then began shouting confusing statements. He claimed someone was after him and repeatedly asked Madison to come closer and help. Madison kept her distance back toward the main trail and ran. As she escaped, the man shouted for her to return. She continued for almost a mile and a half before stopping briefly to check behind her.
Saying stuff to me, I kind of stopped getting closer to them. One of them being, hey, come here, I need help. Someone's trying to poison me. And I heard that. I know no one's behind me, but dude, I just keep looking. That's where I'm at right now mentally. I turned and ran for my friggin' life. And I only looked over my shoulder once, just roughly to see, are they chasing me? Because as I ran, they were screaming, come back here, don't go, come back, which is friggin' terrifying, actually. My adrenaline is spiking just talking about it. And I'm climbing a mountain right now. And back there, it's like, I was climbing a mountain at that time. It's a 10-mile climb up from the road. I run down the spur trail to get back to the trail. I'm kind of smart. I actually cut into the woods sooner. They wouldn't be able to tell if I had gone north or south. So I was hoping maybe they think I went back to the road, like the highway.
The man never chased or attacked her, but his behavior and the remote location left her terrified.
Where that had happened, where I'm headed and everything like that. So he can call the police at some point. He already did. He did file a police report. Shocker. Don't think anyone is going to be sent into the shelter to investigate, which is crazy. The guy didn't chase me. So he probably wasn't trying to assault me or hurt me. He could have, because I'm in the woods and I'm alone. But he's clearly some kind of mentally ill, or he's on drugs because he thinks someone's trying to poison him. So I talked to my dad, went back and forth. Then all of a sudden, I hear something behind me, turn around, and I'm relieved to see a pretty young guy wearing running gear, like he had run in from the trailhead. I yelled over to him and I kind of freaked him out. I'm very freaked out, like, you just scared me. And he was very nice and was like, is it okay if I walk closer to you so we can talk? And I explained to him what had happened. And
Madison contacted her father, shared her location, and asked him to notify police. Farther down the trail, she met another hiker, which helped her feel safer. Still, the stress left her shaken and physically sick. The stranger may have been in distress, but Madison had no safe way to understand his intentions. Do you think she made the right choice by running? On June 18, 2026, Jay Bear from the YouTube channel Exploring with Bear and his friend entered a haunted location in the Appalachian foothills. Their destination was Gretchen's Lock, reached by a narrow trail between a cliff and a cold river.
Her and her father came over from Europe to help build on this lock here. He was one of the main builders. Sadly, Gretchen ended up catching malaria and passing away. The father, heartbroken, couldn't go back to Europe yet, so he entombed her in. That was a scream. Did you hear that? Mm-hmm. I wonder if that came up on camera. That was like a scream out there. I forget where I was at with the story after that scream. Anyway, so she was entombed for the duration.
Before arriving, Jay began telling the story of Gretchen, a girl who died from malaria and was placed inside the lock walls. A scream suddenly came from the trees and interrupted him. As they continued, a voice sounded directly behind them, but nobody was there.
There's just a voice. Whoa. Dude, there was just a voice right behind us. Did you hear that?
I did.
What in the heck was that? There's some kind of...
IDEK.
That was vocalish. That was sort of like a little hoot or a holler. Man, I hope that came up on camera. Okay, interesting.
Interesting.
Oh, look.
Another low and unfamiliar call followed from deeper in the forest. Using a thermal camera, they detected a large heat signature moving between the trees ahead.
No freaking way, man. What the heck, man? Holy smokes, B.
That is scary.
Dude, I do not see that freaking... Did you see that?
Something was moving, like right there.
That thing was huge, man. Yeah, I couldn't tell.
That's the path we gotta walk to.
That's where we're going right now, man. Let's be quiet for a second.
Something's cracking.
Some just...
Branches cracked nearby, although they could not see what caused it.
Listen. Dude, there's something walking up here.
At the lock, a strong, rotten odor rose from the water and stone walls.
Smells like death.
Death, man. That is a bad smell. Death, man. Where did that come from? That is freaking like rotten flesh, dude. Would you crap your pants if all of a sudden you just seen like a lantern light walk across the back of that lock?
A wolf howled nearby. Twigs snapped and the thermal camera detected more movement beyond the structure.
Wolf sound? What was that? Did you hear that? That was twigs breaking. Listen, listen. You got the thermal? See what that looks like around here. Look, that green thing's fingering it too. Right behind us, but I don't want to. Look, it's moving again. It's moving. I got the freaking chills, man. Look, look, look. Holy smokes, man. Oh, I'm getting like sick in my stomach, dude. Oh, man, I got a weird freaking feeling right now, man. I can't tell where I was looking now. There was something... What tree was that? There was something moving, man. It was like... Oh, look, look. Did you see that?
Yeah.
Holy smoke. There... Oh, my goodness, man.
Yeah. Yeah, what?
Man, that was clackish.
Clackish.
Again. Are you hearing that?
Yeah. Oh, shit.
That was something just thrown in the river. Okay. I mean, this is what we want, but...
On their way back, something made a heavy sound in the woods before striking the river with a powerful splash. The forest became completely silent afterward. Near the truck, they found a campsite with a large bone inside the fire pit.
Dude, monster bone in the fire pit. Oh, and a tent. There's like a tent or something. Look at all the metal rods in this one, man.
While they ate, something moved behind them, bringing another strong odor and a loud impact.
There's an odor. Dude, did you just do that?
Oh, that was the biggest, loudest thing we heard all night.
You didn't just throw something?
Uh-uh.
Holy smokes. So what just threw something then? Or did the coon go rolling down the hill? He fell out the tree and rolled down the hill. I wasn't even recording. There was a huge... This also comes with its own haunted story. The story of the old mill goes that there is a bride-to-be already on her wedding day sitting at the altar waiting on her husband who never showed up. And I guess heartbroken. I actually don't know how she died. The locals would see a woman in a white tattered wedding dress right by the mill or on the road. And it's even said that sometimes she will chase people off. I don't know, anger, upsetness, but there is reports of people also.
Their final stop was an abandoned mill. Movement and squeaking metal came from inside, but neither man wanted to approach.
What in the world? Dude, something's down there. This is crazy. Shh. Did you hear something just knocked on something in there, man? Spiders? Hello? Something's moving right back here. Good Bigfoot call. Hear it. You can hear it moving. Spooky, man. Hey, what would you do if you just seen a woman in a wedding dress, all tattered up, running straight for us right now? That is such a freaking scary thought, man.
Cliffs and water can distort sounds, but the repeated heat signatures and movement were harder to explain. What do you think followed J and B that night? A woman's scream echoed from the woods, then stopped the moment he stepped outside. In November 2025, the YouTuber behind the Northwest Wind camped on a property beside the Allegheny River in Pennsylvania. He was exploring the land to decide whether he wanted to buy it. The northern section covered roughly 2 acres and was surrounded by steep rocky terrain. While spending the night there, he suddenly heard what sounded like a woman screaming somewhere in the forest. The sound left him deeply frightened. Because the narrow mountain road made it difficult to leave quickly, he felt trapped and increasingly unsafe.
There's a really up noise coming from the woods right now. It sounds like a woman screaming. I was sitting in my front seat with the heated seat on, warming up. It's been dark for a long time now, and it sounds like a woman screaming bloody murder. Listen. Literally, I'm freaking out right now. I don't know what the hell that was, but that has me absolutely terrified. I'm not lying. And now it just stopped. As soon as I got out there and started filming, I had my flashlight. As soon as I started talking, it stopped. Shh. All right, we're getting out of here. I'm getting out of here. Don't like the feeling that I have. I don't like that feeling at all, so we're gonna go. Nope, not gonna stay. I feel very unsafe right now. I feel very, okay, turn to Creed. I'm listening to Creed. I feel very unsafe right now. Very, very unsafe. And I can't just peel out of here. I gotta come down this to get out of here in a pinch. I can't. Okay, this is not cool. This feels like a horror movie because I can't escape. And I had to switch back to get in here. I'm head in, so I literally can't get out if I need to.
Trusting his instincts, he decided not to remain at the campsite. He contacted the police and reported hearing a woman who seemed to be in serious distress.
I'm honestly, like, scale of 1 to 10, the hair on the back of my neck is standing up. I'm not, like, nauseous, but I have a pit in my stomach. That was a woman screaming. I'm calling the police to report that because I have a gut feeling something.
What's your emergency?
I don't have the exact address. I'm in... Yeah, hi. I'm out in... I was out camping, and I heard, I believe it was a woman screaming in great distress.
So where are you, Sam?
I drove back...
Road. How far did you travel?
Probably a mile in, maybe a little more.
Okay, and then you heard yelling coming from the Allegheny River there. Do you think Somebody along the riverbank?
I don't know. It sounded up, and I was on the phone with my wife with the windows up and the heat on, and I heard a woman screaming. And then I turned the heat up.
What was she screaming?
Just bloody murder.
Okay. So I guess what we're going to do is we're going to meet you. You're at the we'll send somebody down to speak with you, then you can show them where you were, okay? I think.
Thanks. Okay. Well, I guess now I'm... Okay, this is turning into a nightmare. This is absolutely insane. This is insane. Okay, I'm going to get back in the car for a minute and gather myself right now. Alarm going off. This is turning into... This is comedy. It's not comedy. I don't know what is going on right now. There's something in the air. If I needed a sign to not buy that property, that's all the signs I need. Let me check back in with you when the police...
Officers later traveled farther into the woods to inspect the area and a nearby house. However, no clear explanation for the screaming was ever confirmed. The northwest wind left the property shaken but unharmed. His decision to record the sound, contact authorities, and leave may have prevented the situation from becoming more dangerous. Animal calls can sometimes sound surprisingly human, especially when they echo through trees, cliffs, and nearby water. Still, the source of the scream was never identified. Do you think he heard wildlife, a person in danger, or something else hidden in the forest? On September 17th, 2023, the YouTube channel Mo Sargi uploaded a video documenting Mo and Aldo's trip to Bluefield, West Virginia. The two friends had driven 15 hours from Canada to explore one of Appalachia's most talked about areas. Downtown Bluefield felt unusual.
Ever. Our main goal, check things out, show you guys the poorest regions of West Virginia, and maybe meet some of the locals, and also check out some haunted spots. But there's also a dark side to West Virginia, things that people don't know about. We're also going to be diving into that throughout this little West Virginia series that we are doing.
You can see story time videos, but no one has dared to actually go deep into Appalachia to document it on their cameras. We're going to be filming all the haunted stuff that people are too afraid to do on all our cameras, just for you guys.
Stories of Bigfoot in these regions, in the Appalachians. There are stories of like inbred families in the forests and
there
stuff.
Are stories of the Moonshine Queen, guys. There are so many people who have actually went missing in these areas. While some people know that this is the one of the poorest regions, people have never documented.
Many buildings on one side of the street were abandoned and damaged, while the other side appeared clean and untouched.
There's no business, there's nobody coming here. But this side here, where the federal buildings are, it's clean, it looks mint, there's a clock tower. It's crazy because it's literally divided by this big building here. You got the good side and you got the ugly side. Take a look at this. Look at what I just found here. This is...
Mo and Aldo asked local residents about the feral people rumored to live in the mountains. Some claimed they had never heard of them, while others warned the pair not to search for them.
Cannibals. Wow. Well, like, so far I've been asking people out here, and it's like, we never heard of them.
I never heard of it. That's the first time. You know what I mean? Yeah. Like, wow.
We just drove to another part of town that's looking really...
A local man named Adam claimed the stories were true. He said these people lived deep in the mountains, rarely visited town, and did not welcome trespassers.
The term is feral people. Have you heard of that?
Yeah.
That's what they call them.
Oh, you've heard about the feral people?
Actually, there's a movie on about them. It's on Netflix.
So I've never watched any of these movies on Netflix because I really don't have the time for it. But like the feral people, what do you know about the feral people?
Don't want to mess with them, that's for sure.
No. Really?
I told you, we heard this online.
What do you know about the feral people? We've never heard of them. They don't exist. It's a myth. And then we get people that are saying, don't mess with them. They're gonna eat you.
They to themselves, they don't.
Right. They don't play by the rules.
So they're real. They're real.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
But
okay.
if you go, just be careful.
Okay, yeah.
Take a gun with you.
For real.
We're Canadians. So they don't allow us to bring guns across the border. I got a knife though, but yeah.
Oh my God.
You know
okay.
They don't like, from what I hear, they don't like trespassers, and they'll hunt you and actually eat human skin. From what I've heard.
They'll get rid of you.
Yeah.
They own a bunch of land.
Oh, okay.
They live in the mountains, and like I said, they don't come to town for nothing.
Nothing.
So how could someone that lives in the mountains, never own nothing, own all the land?
I guess
by keeping people out.
Yeah, I guess they pretty much took it.
Yeah,
oh
yeah, they took it.
Where do you think we can go?
Where can we find them? You got an address?
No.
After speaking with Adam, Mo and Aldo drove to an abandoned mansion beside a trail leading into the Appalachian forest.
We're about to find out.
Yeah, and the crazy part is that the mansion backs onto some of the haunted trails of the Appalachian forest. There is a big trail that goes deep into the woods. So is this going to be like I'm kind of nervous to go there. This is going to be crazy. So thank you to our friend Don.
We're getting the full experience.
The full experience. We're so tired, but we're going to keep going just for you guys.
Yep. This is scary, bro.
Their friend Dawn, who owned the property, had warned them that construction workers had fled before completing the renovations. Soon after entering, they heard movement upstairs.
I want to get... No, I can't. No, bro. We don't have any weapons on us right now.
Should we go check?
It sounds like somebody walking upstairs. I'm about getting ready to get the hell out of here.
Hold on, is there something we can use possibly?
Yeah, maybe.
Bro, because I heard that. That was loud. Somebody's upstairs.
Hello?
Who's up there?
Nobody answered when they called out. On the upper floor, they found red stains on the walls, strange writing scratched into surfaces, and a closet covered in dark marks. Ultraviolet light made the stains more visible.
Dude, I'm legit terrified right now. There's somebody walking inside the house. Hey, who's here?
We know you're here hiding.
Hear that?
You can't be here.
Yo, what if it's one of those, like, feral people?
There's more here. There's more blood here.
Oh, yeah, you're right. Dude, there's literally blood. And he told me about that. He said there's a child's room that has blood in it, and there's some weird writing everywhere.
This is why he said come at your own risk.
Let us out?
Let us out. What does that even mean?
Look at this. There's a whole closet covered in blood. What the heck? I'm gonna have to blur that blood, you guys.
Near the attic, Mo felt something cold touch his ankle, although nothing was there.
Oh, dude. It's actually
I think I missed it.
Huh? Like, I literally still...
What does it feel like?
I feel like I'm being touched, and it feels kind of cold. But a gentle touch.
Move your foot. Let me see. Last time I didn't believe you, and then when I was editing, I saw a legit scratch on your leg.
Their K2 meter later reached its highest level outside a closed door, while movement could be heard behind it.
Oh my god, it's going straight to orange right here at the doorstep.
Is anybody in there? Yo, it's freaky.
Going straight to red. What the hell? Look at this.
Something is inside here?
I don't know, like, what I'm more afraid of. Feral people or these freaking spirits? Oh, what the hell? It's still going off. Here, I'm gonna turn off my light so you guys can see this. Yeah. Oh, that's going straight to red.
Something's here.
What is that noise? Yeah. There's something walking around in here.
In the basement, a light switched off without either man touching it.
Dude.
How the... Dude, the light literally just turned on by itself.
Bro, it's weird because as that happened, I was looking at this hand. There's a random glove here.
What? Why is there a hand down here? It must be the workers that you said ran away.
Yeah, that scared the crap out of me. I know it's just a light, but that light should not have gone off like that.
How did it just turn on by itself?
I'm filming the light. How would I flick it off?
They then heard clicking directly above them.
We're right under it here. It sounded like clicking. Bro.
People in Bluefield had described clicking as a secret method used by the supposed mountain residents to communicate in the dark. Frightened by what they had experienced, Mo and Aldo collected their equipment and quickly left. Old buildings can create noises through moving wood pipes and animals. Still, the local warnings and strange clicking left one question. Was someone hiding inside the mansion? This encounter began on April 6th, 2026, when Chandler's Haunts and Jasco traveled deep into the Appalachian Mountains to investigate a remote cabin and the surrounding forest. The day started with clear skies and temperatures close to 70 degrees. However, the weather changed rapidly, and by nightfall, a heavy blizzard had buried the trails and left both men completely isolated from the outside world.
I thought I just heard a woman's voice. From across there's like another cave system over there, but it sounded like there's a woman's voice.
The unusual activity began before sunset. Chandler went out alone to explore several nearby cave systems. While walking through the forest, he suddenly heard what sounded like a woman speaking from an area where nobody should have been.
If this was nighttime, I would be probably running back to the cabin. That voice was so clear. It said, "Hi. Is there anybody over there?" Okay, well, yeah, so anyways, we're over here by the caves. I'm kind of still looking around just in case, so I think we're good. There's supposedly a couple different...
Chandler tried to dismiss the voice, and continued along the trail. Soon afterward, branches began snapping nearby even though there was no wind. Heavy snow also dropped from several trees one after another, creating the impression that something was moving slowly through the woods beside him.
Okay, anyways, besides the not deer, there are also skinwalkers that are supposed to be... Okay, that's actually crazy. From there to there, that tree over there just dumped all that snow too. Off that one branch. That's weird.
On the way back to the cabin, Chandler heard the same woman's voice again. It came from the same direction and sounded almost identical to the first call. The repeated voice made him wonder whether something had been following him through the forest.
Someone said, hello? Like, I can't say it like her because my voice isn't that high, but... Alright, I'm gonna go back. Okay. I hope I don't die out here. Whew. Steep. There's more tree branches. This place is haunted by soldiers all throughout the land. People have experienced seeing shadow figure soldiers walking around, which honestly could be real sounds because who knows out here in the country who is packing, you know what I'm saying? If people have seen ghost soldiers walking around, I'm inclined to believe that the gunshots possibly could be from...
By the time darkness arrived, the blizzard had completely covered the trail. Chandler and Jasko went outside together and used a thermal camera to scan the tree line.
So you'll be able to see if anything like moves out there. I'm kind of moving around a little bit. Dude, it's so crazy today because everything's so cold. It's all blue.
Yeah.
The other day, like the colors were like everywhere. You see that little thing right behind that tree over there?
Yeah. What is that? And why does it look like it's moving?
I don't know. Now it's like disappearing. Hello? Oh wait, it just moved out a little bit. You see that? It's like a little line. But
I see it.
It's like peeking out.
The device detected a shape partially concealed behind a tree. It did not move toward them or attempt to escape. Instead, it remained in place, appearing to watch from the darkness.
I mean, yeah, a lot of people say that you're being watched, but like, they're like hunters out here, you know? I guess everything out here but us are hunters. Well, ghost hunters, but like,
we're just
you know,
guys.
we don't, yeah.
Chill guys.
Local stories sometimes describe figures like this as the Watchers. Back inside the cabin, Chandler set up his paranormal equipment and began asking questions.
Are we talking to the woman that we were speaking with outside? Can you tap on that bell if that's true? Are you the same woman? For the life of me, I can't remember your name. If you could come through and tell me on the Spirit Talker again over there on the table, that would be so much...
Yes, I'm listening.
Okay. Are you... You're not haunting the cabin, I don't assume. I think... If you are here... I guess we just turned on the brights outside, I think. I think he's getting ready to take off. Madam, if you would like to communicate tonight, I am super happy that you're here.
Animal.
Animal. Was there an animal attack? Is that... Light on. Can you turn that flashlight off for me? Come over and tap on it or give it some energy just to turn it off. I just want you to turn it all the way off for us. I know you've never used these before, but if you come over and you try to twist the end of it, and it should turn off. Can you do that? Oh my god. Yep.
Several different names appeared through the devices, one after another, suggesting that more than one presence might be attempting to communicate.
Was that it? Was this the noise I just heard? Can you tap the bell one more time? Or maybe turn on that flashlight? Okay, thank you. Oh my... What the... Thank you so much. I have goosebumps. Bro, I swear to God, I heard that noise. I was like, that's definitely it. Thank you for letting me know. I'm so excited to talk to you, Anna. This is amazing. I made it pretty clear that anybody could come over here. I don't know why they would try to be messing with the lock. Were you just trying to get my attention? Okay. Well, I'm listening. If you have anything else to say to me, you can say it through the spirit box over here. I feel like we're talking to somebody else. This doesn't feel like the same person that we were talking to at the very beginning. We're literally talking to a spirit that is here haunting the land, right? They're here in their afterlife, and they just want to tell their story. They just want to talk about, or they probably literally just want to talk to somebody, anybody. Can you come over and tap on the bell, or do one of the flashlights again for me? Bro. Okay, the noise that made, I don't know. It literally sounded like the gun moved up there. Are you trying? Patricia. There's a lot.
When Chandler asked whether more than 4 were inside the room, the equipment reacted immediately.
There's more than 4 people in here right now. Can you tap on that bell just to let me know? Or you can turn on the light. Okay, thank you.
Moments later, another word came through, but this response felt noticeably more hostile than the others.
Okay, it does seem like there's somebody that doesn't want me here. Someone that does not like me. I don't know why. What did I do? Guys, I can already tell that there's more than a couple spirits in here. The amount of energy that I have right now is so much less than I had at the beginning of this night. Oh man, like I feel like I'm. Oh, cool. Yeah. No, that's understandable. Yeah, for sure.
Happy to be back.
Yeah.
Not going outside anymore.
While Chandler continued the session, Jasko walked alone along the dark trail. His camera repeatedly shut off without explanation, making it impossible to finish the investigation.
Okay. Is a Yeti out here?
Killer.
Oh my gosh. Okay, so we got stuff about a killer earlier. They said they killed
Gone.
Renee and it killed...
Uncomfortable with the failures, he returned early and refused to go outside again. Later, the spirit box responses became darker and appeared to suggest that violent events had occurred on the land more than once. At the same moment, the wind outside became stronger, and scratching sounds began moving slowly across the cabin walls. Deep snow can absorb background noise, making nearby sounds seem clearer and closer. Still, the woman's voice, the camera failures, and the motionless thermal shape remain difficult to explain. What do you think was standing behind that tree? That's all for tonight's video. Which encounter gave you chills? Let us know in the comments below. Got your own experience? We want to hear it. And whatever you do, don't miss what's coming next.